Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Longhorns will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And you've got to...
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Send the tight end in motion. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So Texas's offense will go to work for the first time today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. Brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Williams looking for a man. Now adjusting. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it on the outside. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Run in the red zone, it's Terry. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Grabbed over the middle, it's Miller. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here's a hit. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this. And
through it. He knows where the goal line is. Gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Carr. Got his man quickly. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Barres. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Gives it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The play action fake. Now rolling to the left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Williams will pass. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both
makes the catch down the right side. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way, Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
On the ground, it's Terry. And the defense holds firm. No pickup and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. To the air, it's Carr. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They bring the punter onto the field now. Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now the toss. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Use the play fake, now to throw. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Throwing on the run. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He's out of bounds, well short of the marker, and they'll have to give up the ball. And that decision will be questioned for a while. To the air, it's Carr. Just a short pass to the tight end. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Texas offense. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. We played 2 quarters here. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Butler. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Lets it fly on the move. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Williams looking for a man. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you...
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Got it in the middle, it's Flanagan. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, what a move to get open. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fires to the big fella. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The run from the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And as he throws, that ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And some room to work. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. On the run, it's Simon. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Now they'll run it to the right here. Breaks into the open. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
There he goes to the left. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Smashes ahead. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Got a little space, and they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Power football with the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. The give to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position.
Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Notre Dame! A great catch and run for 6. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure.
And a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They want that clock to run. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. Back to pass, it's Carr. They're working that left side. And it's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. On the spot in the defense. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
They're going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Second and goal for the offense. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having